do that when we're streaming. Everything exploded. I just saw like rows and rows of chat entries from you and Tom for last session. It just seemed like the ending particularly must have been absolutely crazy and interesting. But, yeah.
I think they got out of they went to give that message to the White Spire, didn't they? To the Pope basically. And the
Pope.
Yeah, it didn't go very well. It was going all right, and then they were going underneath the radar and all that, and then somebody tried to sneak into the rooms at night to try and kill them, and they originally thought it was the guards of the White Spire, the Sentinels, because they were acting very suspicious all the way through it, and it turns out it wasn't. It was a bunch of assassins that the White Spire didn't know who they were, and a huge battle broke out in the White Spire where it got partially destroyed, and everyone ran off into the wilderness, into the mountains, trying to follow light that you had been setting using Magnus's beacon stones that he'd given you. So they're trying to find you now in the mountains and meet up with you. Magnus has run off. Magnus has run off in a mad panic. They just ran off, so we can't find him at the moment.
So. Magnus knows the guy who blew up the White Spire, who's a super powerful person, and he recognized him.
Yeah. Okay.
And he's trying to get.
I might know who that is.
He's trying to get his staff. That was the whole purpose of the thing was to steal his staff. Luckily, it had one of the Spire people had gotten drunk and taken it out and was playing around with it, and I saw that. And then I, after he passed out, I took it and hid it. Now, which meant it wasn't in like where they normally keep the stuff, which I assume the assassins had already checked. So yeah, we managed to recover it with near death. Also, Hoshi knows I'm Wolfen because I died and then went and flipped out as Wolfen and murdered a bunch of people.
Yeah, you kind of did that.
Okay, so just me then. Okay, right, great. Logan's gonna love that.
Dean. I haven't decided if I'm gonna have to kill Hoshi yet or not.
Okay.
Although now that I'm
try
alone
not to kill
with
Hoshi.
Well, Hoshi knows Resin's secret, so it's not a good place to be.
That's true. Yeah, that's not a good place to be. No. Yeah, I'm gonna be honest with you, Dean. I'm glad that last session was White Spire, because Logan would never have gone into White Spire, and I was going to have to come up with some, fantastical reason for not going to have to go there, because there's no way he'd go into White Spire where, that was the basis for his family dying and everything without killing everyone, or trying to, and then dying in the process.
No.
So that was good.
That's why Resin wanted to be there, so he could, look around and see if there was what the weaknesses were. Although watching the main hall get exploded was rather satisfying, I'm not gonna lie.
Logan wishes he could have been there. Did you explain where Logan had gone?
I've just said you'd gone into the Magnus had given you beacon stones to run off into the wilderness, because they knew that they were going to have to get down through the mountains and they couldn't go back the way they came. And so Magnus gave you some beacon stones, which is like small pebble things that you can just activate. Good God, Dan, just type in chat. I'm just seeing draw again. It's like, just type in chat, dude. Fucking hell.
Oh my God, he's done it again.
So yeah.
It is working.
Okay, right.
So you went off into the mountains and basically lit these stones so that they could see where to go, and they could actually see from the windows where you're lighting the stones in the mountains.
Which is why we went out the window.
Okay. Damn. God. Right, I'm going to refresh, because if his mic's working, then it must be just out of sync with us. So I'm going to.
Yeah. I figured out what was making my internet go fucking mental as well on streaming, I think. Yeah, so are you there?
I'm here. Yeah.
Yeah, we'll just
Danny,
wait.
you there?
Well, no, he's not there yet, but we'll.
He's not there. Okay.
Showing him as.
Yeah, I think I figured out what was making my internet go mental. That's when I close certain Steam games, they try and sync. And but Steam is a pile of shit, and it isn't very well made, and so it just stays syncing at 0% for ages, eating up all of my upload speed. So when I try and upload anything else, like SAGA for instance, it just tanks. So I've literally just closed Steam, and yeah.
Do you wanna? Can you hear us? I'll take that as a yeah.
Yeah.
Close browser and start it up again, and then if not, I'll do the same thing and see if I can pick you up. Because sometimes Roll20 has some problem with syncing everything up.
He's not even showing up as having his microphone active.
No. Yeah, it always seems to be. I don't know why it always seems to be Dan's microphone. Maybe there's something wrong with it. I don't know. Maybe it doesn't work with what we're doing or whatever. I'm not sure. I wonder if he's checked his actual settings in Roll20, because sometimes I forget to do that myself. Make sure.
I was going to say it's not. It's showing him as not having his microphone activated.
I'm just gonna.
Why am I typing that?
This isn't actually the campaign as well. You're still in the prologue. The campaign hasn't actually started yet fully.
Amazing.
You know, the prologue was supposed to be long because it's going to be a campaign that goes on and on and on and on for as long as we can make it go on for. So.
Testing.
Yeah, there we go.
There
we go.
Okay, I switched my microphone to a different device because my computer was just. I don't know what it is. Like, I listened to the speakers, to the microphone, it's working perfectly. It's flashing green in Roll20 to say I'm talking. And then just not working. I don't know what it is, but yeah, so I'm on my tablet now.
Oh well, at least it's working. At least we got it going. That's the main thing. I'll just telling you the guys what happened last time. Well, Resin knows, but Logan doesn't. If you're wondering where Magnus is, what happened last time? You're with the binding dude who was freaking out every one of you who had a power.
Yeah, he ran away.
Yeah, he literally just went mental and ran away.
I can hear. I heard everything you were saying. I was listening in to everything. I just
Yeah. You're panicking with your microphone shit.
Yep.
Don't blame me. It's the most frustrating thing in the world. I hate it when shit that happens. I can't stand it. But then I cannot believe how shit Steam is. Honestly, just like yes, I'm going to upload your save 1 kilobit at a time. I was like, okay, fine.
Yeah.
Thanks for that. And I'm going to use up all of your upload speed to do so. So, so anyone else wanna? You can't buy anything because you're not in any area to buy anything, but you can make things from certain trees, shrubs. If you want to go foraging for things.
Resin is going to forage as they wander away.
Logan,
decide whether or not it's going to move.
Logan, you are not in the session at this point. The other two guys are basically they're looking for Magnus at this point in time, and when we're going to join up with them is when they've just about given up looking for him because he's run off into the wilderness, and they're thinking he's going to get hypothermia and just die out here because it's perishingly cold up here in the mountains.
And Magnus isn't exactly a forest kind of guy.
Yeah, no, he's not really a survivalist kind of dude, is he? He's more of a I like my
he likes his creature comforts.
Yeah. So so last time, just to recap, you all went to the White Spire to try and not even to try and do anything, just to give a message over, and you were getting quite a lot of weird vibes from the Sentinels there, because they do not like binding users, and of course they are pretty much the Christian Catholic Church in this world on steroids, and so when you're
bunch of hypocritical, violent weirdos.
Yep, and so when you're a very powerful hypocritical, violent weirdos as well, because
unfortunately
every Kale in the land has to listen to them and stuff, and you do not want to get excommunicated right now because it seems like war's around the corner for everybody. especially with Morvaid invading Kainmar. It's very not Kainmar, Raidmere, because it's all very up in the air
I'm
at
just
the moment.
I'm just glad that there was an implied communication from which I could be excommunicated.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Could have gone very wrong for us from the very beginning there.
Yeah. Well, you went in and you getting loads of bad vibes from this place, and when your room's broken into, I think everyone was assuming the worst. That you're going to be fighting sentinels and all that. And I'll admit right now, right, this is just breaking the fourth wall a bit. I had written it that way. I had actually written it that the sentinels turned on you, but as it was going on, I don't know why I did it. I just sort of changed it. I just made it go the other way. Decided to bring another set of bad guys in at that opportune moment. But so yeah,
I liked it. It threw us.
Yeah.
To
be honest, it threw me as well because it just came out my mouth, and I was like, "Oh, all right. I guess we're doing that now." It went down that way. But when so you're both blaming each other, like the Sentinels and you guys were blaming each other for the assassins that had come in and tried to kill you, and then all hell broke loose when more assassins came in, and there's a huge battle going on, and
kill everyone.
Yep, and one dude who nearly killed everyone and brought down half of the White Spire in doing so. You all ran off into the wilderness chasing Logan's beacon stones that he'd set up that you could see in the distance in the mountains, and you were racing towards there, and you've lost Magnus in the furor as he just wanted to get away from whoever that dude was. He'd just gone fuck this shit and gone. So we don't know where he is at the moment, but you're just giving up searching for him, and that's where we'll pick up in about 5 minutes whenever you finish doing anything that you want to do. David, Resin, did you say you wanted to forage for things before?
As he's searching for Magnus.
Oh, 2 seconds, guys.
Right.
He's going to sort of forage for things because he's been trying to practice his alchemy.
Okay.
He's been a bit distracted with other things, but he's been trying to practice it.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna let me just get up my alchemy screen because this is in the new rules that are coming out eventually. That I've been toying with alchemy. And
I still had 5 buckthorn and 5 whistlethorn.
Yeah, they're pretty good for pretty much everything.
Yeah.
In fact, we're high up, aren't we? Yeah, we are quite high up. So at the moment, there'll be a lot of healing herbs up here. Let's have a look on alchemy, and there is potions. Double your damage.
Right, sorry about that.
It's alright.
I was just away for a second.
Okay. You find there are 4 bushels of heart flour, which gives you basically 4 uses of heart flour, and 3 bushels of Shannon's glove, which can be used to make. You can mix them together and make health potion. But to get everything else, you'll know this because this is like a basic potion. You'll need heart flour, Shannon's glove, which you have. You'll need boiled water, mercury, and alcohol to make vital, which is basically a potion to, It's actually a mutagen, which is more advanced than the potion. That's the only one you kind of know at the moment. If you want just a normal health potion, you get you go further on down the path and you get whistlethorn. There's some whistlethorn there. Okay. There's 2 bushels of whistlethorn and 2 bushels of heart flour. And to make a standard health potion, which restores 46 of your health, you need, in addition to those 2 things, boiled water and honey. And you don't need the honey, but it will, negate how much of this stuff you can drink if the honey isn't in it. So you can just boil it. You can just boil the 2 flowers with boiled water if you want, and drink that, and it'll restore your health. For every level above 5 you are as an alchemist, you get another D6 added to your how strong your potions are.
Okay.
So, if you want to test shit.
Yeah. Well, after a while, I was trying to track him away from Hoshi because I was trying to send him out a bit, and I kind of don't want Hoshi to see me being more open because I still have to decide whether or not I'm going to murder him.
Mm-hmm.
Her.
Her, sorry.
Also, if you're going to make that mutagen, I have to say all mutagens have toxicity levels that represent how potent they are. So, like, they're in descending order. So A is really, really, really toxic, and it can only be taken once. And if you take it again, you're pretty much going to die of, poison yourself.
Yeah.
And the one that you have the stuff to make is A1. So 1 means it's incredibly addictive. So yours is basically, it can restore a load of health. It basically speeds up the restorative effects of the body. Each combat turn you roll 4d10, and that's the health that you recover each turn in the combat. So basically it's a constant. So yeah. But if you get addicted to it, all of your guardian stats drop by 2 points until you drink it again. So you've got to keep drinking it. But we'll get to that.
I did the withdrawal.
We'll get to that, yeah, if and when the time comes where you get addicted to that shit.
Basically, don't get addicted to that shit.
Yeah.
Please.
Well, I assume, because Resin used to, he learned a lot of what he has learned. He learned from watching his mom work. So he's probably seen addicts before, possibly.
Cool.
Oh no. Well, yeah, working.
Yeah, you would have, yeah, doing that.
So he knows about it, but he would know it'd be only an absolute worst case scenario thing.
Also, the more you drink it, the less the effects actually take hold. So, but you can offset that by being a really good alchemist. That means you just make really good shit. And it's like, you make really good weed, basically. So, Resin and Hoshi, you are, if you don't have anything else to do, because you got all your equipment, don't you? Because you got that back.
Yeah.
So you are now in the wilderness. You are in the snowy outback, and you can hear explosions behind you, and you can hear shouting as what you can only term as assassins fan out through the high countryside, through the mountains to try and find you. So you haven't found Magnus, and it's up to you how much you care or do not care about that.
Well, I actually searched pretty hard because, for one thing, if I'm going to have to deal with Hoshi, I prefer that I know that either Magnus is nowhere near here or on my side on this.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't want to,
because that could come back to bite you.
Mm-hmm.
I just don't want to start this and then find out. Oh, Magnus kind of stumbles into the area,
No, I get it.
Moment.
I get it. So you're pretty distressed, Resin, because you haven't found hide nor hair of Magnus. It's like he's disappeared, and you're sort of cursing yourself, and Hoshi's sort of picking up in it because you knew in yourself that you shouldn't have trusted that motherfucker. That sort of thing. You knew there was something going on that he wasn't letting on, and
he knows my secret.
Yeah, and he knows your secret, and he's gone. And you as a tracker yourself, it's almost impossible to lose anyone in this snow because you will always leave tracks, but you've not been able to find hide nor hair of anything. And to you, that's just freakish. It just shouldn't happen. And so you're just kicking snow at the moment, going, it's cursing under your breath.
Look, okay, Resin. I get it. I get that you're pissed about Magnus having gone, but I didn't trust him either. Okay, how could we ever have known?
No, what exactly?
Well,
freaky magic, a freaky binding user. Makes that pretty obvious.
Well, we know he's a binding user, but I don't know about you, but I didn't realize he was. What he is.
Did we? We don't. Did we find out that he was really old? I don't think we did.
No, but you're getting a.
I know that he's a necromancer, and I'm just assuming that
that
Resin has as much of a problem. Yeah, and he's clearly in some serious, you know. Well, put it as I would say it. I didn't realize he was a necromancer, and it's clear that that's not everything. That's not all there is to it. There's some pretty powerful people that
are not amused.
Want to see him dead, and it's not going to be any good for us if they're coming after us too.
Alright, well, let's get moving then. See if you can pick up Logan's trail.
Alright.
And listen, I know what happened back there was a little weird, but I just want you to know I'm your ally, okay? I'm not. I'm out of place here as well, okay? I'm not about to rat you out to the Spire Church or anyone like that, okay? I've got as little reason to tell anyone about, what's going on with you as you have. Okay?
I've just had an idea to save me from talking over anyone, because you're pretty cool role players. Why don't you, when you're both happy with the conversation ending, or all three of you, whatever, just type 1 in the chat and press enter, and I'll carry on. How's that?
We just say go ahead, because sorry, my tablet doesn't.
Yeah, you can
it's
do.
a bit annoying to bring up the keyboard and things.
You can do.
But yeah, I'll just indicate that you can go ahead. Yeah, that would be good.
Okay.
Resin's going to kind of narrow his eyes. It's a bit dark, I assume. So it's, he feels like he'd get away with it a little bit more. But he's like, he's not particularly happy with this, but he's not going to, he's not angry and freaked out enough to try to murder him face to face. So he's gonna try to act like he's shrugging it off, and then all right, well, let's go find Logan, and then let's get on with this whole mess. And,
can I sense motive on Resin?
Yeah, of course. Yeah. Remember,
what
Resin,
check would I do for that?
Hosi is a she as well. Perception.
Sorry. Yeah.
But he's presumably saying
just roll D10.
He as in me.
Yeah. Well, for all intents and purposes, Dan, for the next 2 hours, you are not a he. You are. Yeah, so just perception with just roll underneath your whatever it is.
Right, sorry, I was just configuring something there.
That's okay.
My perception is 6.
Yep, so just roll underneath 6. Oh, there you go. Yeah.
Wait, why is this? Hold on a second. Don't talk for just a sec. What's going on here? Sorry. Let me just. Yeah, go ahead. Sorry.
Yeah.
I just need to.
You're
coming through my computer, and I was a bit confused.
Okay. You're getting a definite sense of. In fact, you rolled so well, you actually think that Resin's given you the kind of look that a lot of people back in Shade City would give, like sort of hiding things behind their eyes, but really they got really evil intent. Not so much evil intent, but that they are literally looking at you like a bird of prey looks at a mouse, like you need to be gone at this moment because you are a problem, sort of look. And it's up to you whether you want to act on that or not. But you've rolled so well.
I will say is
you've rolled so well there that Resin hasn't even got onto the fact that you are onto him and what he's thinking exactly.
Well, back home, many people have made that mistake. The mistake of looking at me the wrong way. But here, I don't want to do anything to hurt Resin. But I mean, when you say evil intent, do I think I know he's gonna?
Yes, you know full well. You know full well the look and the agitation and the sort of. You even catch Resin like looking around for places, and when you follow his eyes, he's looking at like alcoves, like where you can just like put a body in and stuff, like body shaped places where you can just like throw a body down and things, or somewhere where you can corner someone. That's where your eyes are following his eyes going to. You don't, and so all the signs are there that your instincts say this guy wants to kill me. That's that's what all the signs are pointing to for you, and so it's up to you what you do with that. You don't have to kill him. You can just have that information on hand So keep your guard
Oh,
up.
I'm
You know,
I'm not
it's
going to kill him.
Yeah, it's not like that.
Stay
You
away
just,
from any dark, corners.
Yeah. So
Also,
you just
probably convince Resin to lead the way.
you're very wary. You
What I
know,
was about to do
you
to
just.
Well, I take it that you're like kind of like quite anxious to find Magnus. So my assumption was that you were leading the way anyway, and kind of just like
Well, I
soldiering
wanted
me on a bit.
on my own to find him because I kind of needed to be away from you for a minute, so that I didn't immediately just try to murder you face to face. I needed to like think what I was doing through while searching for him, as much as to make sure he didn't interrupt me if I did decide to kill you, as to find him.
Yeah. If anyone's watching, is confused. The reason why Resin sort of okay with killing Hoshi at the moment is because Hoshi has found out that Resin is a wolfen, which is basically a werewolf on steroids. Incredibly rare, but incredibly hated as well. Because in the last session he basically went full wolfen and turned into this massive slavering man beast that nearly murdered everything, and then jumped out the window. So, Hoshi now knows full well what he is, and Resin is pretty obsessed with keeping that secret in this medieval world, because Saga is pretty much medieval Europe with a load of fantasy thrown in. So it's not, imagine a werewolf turning up in medieval England. Wouldn't go down very well with the local populace, to say the least. So yeah, even though we're in the mountains, it's Hoshi, you're getting a chill up your spine and thinking, I don't quite like where this is going.
No, I do not. I'm not sure there's much more I can say to reason with him. Like, I guess I just want to go find Mac. I mean, also, sorry, do we know where Logan is?
No, but you know where his next beacon stone is. It's flashing a bit in the distance.
Right, that's what I was wondering. Yeah, we can see where his position is.
Yes.
I'm going to suggest to Resin that we go and make our way to Logan.
Okay.
Resin's gonna be like,
And then
get moving then. And it's gonna kind of gesture for you to lead the way, kind of like looking kind of annoyed because he's trying to. The look he's trying to give off is he's annoyed because he's not fond of Logan. Like, fine, I guess we'll go find him.
Look, the fact is, more people, the more bodies we have out there looking for Magnus, the more likely we are to find him.
How's that? All right, fine. Do you see his other? Did you see where his other stone was? I haven't seen it yet.
His other what? Sorry.
His stone that he put down.
The next stone thing. Have you seen it? Because I didn't see it yet.
Have I seen it, Dean?
Yeah, it's just up a few more cliff faces. But there's a path leading up there. It's like a winding path going up through the mountains.
Right. Yeah, I've seen it. I'll lead the way.
Okay.
And I'm going to do so, but I'm going to make sure that he's like following beside me, not behind.
Okay. Fair enough.
If I can.
All right, that's fine.
Resin's slightly miffed, but he's going along with it because he doesn't want to come off too suspicious. Because I don't know that you know that I want to go.
Yeah.
Okay, so darkness is coming on pretty swiftly at the moment. You guys are gonna have to find a way to camp soon. Because you are literally on a shallow outcropping of rock, and there are many alcoves and caves, but there aren't very many. There aren't very many that are going to be sheltered by the coming snowstorm that's being whipped up, and it's freezing up here. And why don't you both roll a perception for me?
Wow.
Okay. Okay. So you see you both see an alcove, which is suitable for the both of you. Like,
Sorry, I didn't realize I'd done it.
You can both fit into it pretty easily. It's kind of sheltered from the storm, not ideally, but it's kind of sheltered. And as long as you get in there, it's around about 8 o'clock now at night, so the dusk is falling pretty swiftly. And the shouts of the assassins who are parlaying to each other over, to try and search for you, and the echoing explosions have drifted away now. and they are doubly drifted away by the snowstorm. So, what would you guys like to do?
I suggest we find somewhere, sheltered. We don't want them to come upon us, even if we're not who they're actually looking for.
Okay.
I don't think we want them to find us.
Yeah, definitely.
Okay. I'm gonna say that one that you found is pretty. You're getting that vibe that it's off the beaten track enough that the guys who are following you would have to really stumble across you to get there.
Okay.
I'm gonna like step into it. See how carefully. I'm gonna kind of scent it out to make sure we're not gonna run into a bear.
Yeah. Okay. That's fine.
And then,
you just do. Actually, what's your highest combat? It's blade work, isn't it?
blade work and speed are both 9.
So do speed, because you're in hunter mode now, looking for a bear. So, basically, looking for natural dangers. Yeah, so you don't see any sign of wildlife this far up. Like, even you kneel down, you squat down, and you rub away the snow to try and find grass that could be grazed on by other animals. And because obviously if there are herbivores up here, then there'll be carnivores around as well, and you don't find anything, it's just really deep snow, and you're thinking, okay, you find like hard packed snow underneath. So you're like, okay, nothing to live up here. There's nothing that can be, apart from birds of prey and stuff, there's nothing really that can mooch around.
Yeah. Alright, so you can kind of shrug and then make his way in to see what the area looks like.
Okay.
Before you get just here.
Yeah, you look into the cave using your enhanced vision, and you can see it's pretty dark in there, and there are droplets of water coming down. But inside it, deeper in, it's pleasantly, it's not warm, but it's dry, and it's slanting downwards. So any fire that you make, the smoke will come out of the cave. It won't stay in there and suffocate you. It will flow out, and it will hug the cliff face you can see as well, so it won't give away your position if you light a fire.
I was going to say, is it clear that it will? Yeah.
Yeah, it'll hug the cliff. It will dissipate in the snowstorm anyway. It will come out and just dissipate straight away.
Okay. I guess we can make a fire then.
Okay. Resin's gonna look a little further, like a little deeper into the cave, but he's gonna motion to Hoshi that it's clear, but he's not gonna mention the fire stuff because for now, he wants it to stay dark in the cave. Just,
Okay.
I was going to suggest that we camp without a fire. So.
Alright. So, Resin, you go deeper into the cave, but you discover a dead end, and you're pretty close to the dead end as well, where you are, to keep away from the entrance. So, you pretty much discover that it's just a dead end cave.
Alright. That's pretty much what he was looking for. So. He didn't want.
I guess.
Right.
I guess we should get some rest then.
Yeah, I mean, who's going to do first watch?
Resin volunteers.
I thought he might.
I'm happy to take first watch.
Resin doesn't want to draw too much suspicion, so he's going to be like, alright, and then he's going to kind of go a little further back into the cave. Like, so he's back against the wall. And, sort of lay down from there.
Alright, are you
going to... He's not going to fall asleep.
Okay, you're not going to fall asleep. Okay. That's fine.
He wants to see what Hoshi's doing.
Okay, Hoshi, what are you going to do with your time?
I'm just going to look out as normal.
Okay. You don't actually see anything.
Nothing unusual.
No, you don't see anything unusual. And
I mean, I'm not going to do anything unusual, but yeah, sorry.
Yeah, you don't see anything unusual. Yeah, the time passes enough that you both have like creaking bones, and you're both a bit like ornery and not very happy. And would you like to say anything, or would you like to do anything, or?
Well, I'm assuming Resin's asleep.
No, he's awake. He's awake.
Can I tell? Is he obviously awake though?
I don't know. Resin, are you obviously awake, or are you trying to
I had no. He wanted to look like he's, kind of calmed down and relaxed. So he's going to try to look like he's sleeping. Eventually, he might actually fall asleep, unless it's really cold, in which case he'll probably stay awake as much from the cold as from wanting to stay awake.
Yeah, you can probably get sleep back there if you want to fall asleep. You can get sleep back there.
He's not gonna fall asleep right away, but yeah, probably eventually would fall asleep.
All right.
Yeah, I was just wondering because I thought he was probably trying to look like he was asleep, so I would assume he was.
Okay, well, Hoshi, roll perception for me. Actually, what's your highest stat? What's your highest stat at the moment?
Bowman.
Bowman. Okay, what's the second highest stat? Not combat stat.
Perception, speed.
Okay. Yeah, just roll perception.
Or no, not perception, speed. So, yeah, yeah, it's perception, isn't it? Not cunning or something.
Yeah, no, yeah.
Is cunning?
Cunning is in it, yeah, but it's speed.
Yeah. I think cunning is 5. Yeah, perception and speed are both 6, as I recall.
So do a roll on whichever one of them you want. I don't mind whichever one.
Yeah, perception.
Yeah, that's fine. You notice that Resin is actually asleep. Like you're not getting a. You look over to him and you click in front of his face and then that's normally the sort of thing that would really piss him off. But he's obviously asleep.
He's pretty exhausted from the whole ordeal.
Well, that's only a slight reassurance to me. Like as you say, like I'm clearly aware that he's gone through a lot. So that doesn't really, comfort me as to his motives. I'm well aware that he's probably just sleeping because he needs to sleep.
Alright, so is there anything you want to do? Unless you're watch out the cave to yourself?
I guess I'd like to go outside and just look across the mountain, see if I can see anything down below.
So walk out and you just trudge out. You stay in the mouth of the cave to make sure nothing can get in behind you, and you wrap your cloak really, really tightly around you because it's fucking freezing out here. And use your perception to have a little look around. Alright. Again, in this engine, a fail isn't always a fail. It depends. So say, it's kind of like the new Minerva rules when they come out next week. If I say, if you're trying to act like a guard, and you need to roll a 6 on your cunning or below, but you roll an 8, I'll be like, well, yeah, but you're dressed as a guard, and you've role-played a guard really well, so it's a pass. That sort of thing. So I would say that was also a pass, because you've passed the check before, so you are quite keenly in tune to what's going on right now. But you feel like a hand smack down on your shoulder, like in typical horror movie style, and you turn around and go, "Oh shit!" Like it's Resin who's got back up to try and kill you, and Logan standing there with and he's holding his hands up like, "Whoa, whoa, whoa, whoa," that sort of thing.
It's just me, alright? I'm sorry, I didn't mean to startle you.
Oh wait, so it's Logan, is that? It's not Resin?
No.
Oh right, sorry. I thought you said Resin was trying to kill me, and then it was Logan.
No,
Logan showed up.
That's what you thought.
Right, yeah. Hi. Sorry. I thought you were someone else.
Okay. Where's Resin? Where's Magnus? Where's everyone else?
Resin's asleep in the cave. Magnus, God knows, he's gone. I mean,
that was you, wasn't it? And I point to the burning flames that is the spire at the moment.
Well, not me personally, as you can probably imagine, but yeah, there was a guy there. He was after Magnus. It was weird. I don't really know what's going on with him, but there's definitely some pretty serious people that have a pretty serious problem with Magnus.
After Magnus? Why would anyone be after Magnus? He's a bit creepy and, he's quite powerful, but, he's just an old guy at the end of the day.
Oh, come on, don't tell me you've not realised. There's clearly something going on with him. Look, he's a necromancer, I mean...
You're so frustrated. People aren't more freaked out by this.
Well,
why did this freak all of you out?
Resin,
he's a maniacal necromancer by day and a suave gentleman by night. You're telling me that doesn't bother you at all?
I'll tell you what, I'll do this. If I've got something to input, like, into the conversation or something, an event's happening, I'll put a 1 in chat. So
Yeah.
just for everyone. Alright, so,
Okay.
Resin, you wake up, you're woken up now, and you hear voices in the mouth of the cave. What do you want to do?
I'm gonna draw my swords and kind of like very carefully peer out. So, and I'm also gonna look for Hoshi while I'm doing this because I want to know where he is in this.
Okay.
I'd assume he was either in the cave or right at the
he was in the mouth. Yeah, she was in the mouth. So you see a female who you can only assume is Hoshi from her build, and you actually see Logan because he's facing into the cave, but he hasn't seen you. But you can hear the conversation. What would you like to do?
I'm gonna wait and listen in.
Yeah. Okay.
If I feel like Hoshi's going to say anything, then I may have to try to push myself off the map.
Alright, so Logan and Hoshi, you must continue your conversation as if you haven't seen or heard Resin there, because you haven't. So for all you know, he's still asleep.
Well, this could be a problem because the next thing I was going to say was to lean in and whisper. I think Resin might be. There's something I know that he might not be comfortable with, and I'm not sure he's going to be. Well, I don't think we're going to be allies for very much longer.
I'm just going to Logan's just sort of going to throw his arms up in the air and say, "Does everyone have secrets around here? Is that what this is?" I mean, I've grown to understand Magnus's affliction, as he may call it, but I'm not comfortable with that. And now you're telling me that Resin's got something as well that he may kill you for. I mean, I know Resin's quite fickle and will kill almost anyone, but you know, to give him cause to do that, it's a different matter. I don't suppose you want to tell me what it is. I don't know. I don't want to know. I don't want to. Don't tell me. Don't tell me. Just keep it to yourself, and just don't let him hear you say anything about it, because he will.
I need your support in this. I can't fight him on my own. If he decides that he wants me dead, that's it for me.
Look, if he tries to actively kill you, then I'll do everything I can to stop him. But you know, he's a cunning guy, and if I'm not around, then I can't do anything. But obviously, I will. Yeah, I'm not for backstabbing. That's against the old code.
If only you knew.
If only I knew. But I don't want to know. So don't tell me. Don't tell me. Okay?
In Resin's mind, he's just
God, if only Magnus was here.
Smart move, Logan. Smart move.
Look, if you tell me, then there's double the chance that we're going to get killed by Resin. You know? There's twice the chance that one of us will slip up, and there's twice the chance that Resin will find out.
How are we supposed to go together to Valenreath with him when he's this unstable? I've not trusted him from the start, Logan. He's too guarded, and there's a look from behind his eyes, even before I knew anything. He doesn't trust us. Why should we trust him?
He doesn't trust anyone, and to be honest, I don't trust either him or Magnus. And I'm going to be honest with you, Hoshi, I don't know about you at the moment, but we've just got to keep going. You know, we're going to head on to Valenreath, and if anything happens between now and then we can decide what we want to do as it comes up. But
see, Logan, the difference between me and the rest of them is that I expect you not to trust me. I think you were a fool for doing so, in fact.
Okay, Resin, what do you want to act on anything, or what do you want to do? Do you want to go back to bed, or?
I'm not going back to bed because I don't want them to, you know. There's always a chance that they do have realized that I'm awake, but I want to keep watching them just to make sure. Like I'm not as like, damn it, I'm gonna have to like knock these people off the cliff. I'm more like, okay, well. I need to keep a watch on Hoshi, but it looks like Logan's not an idiot.
Okay. After a while, the conversation just dies down into like Hoshi asking Logan how the stones worked, and Logan just like talks a load of babble about the binding and stuff that sort of makes you bored. So you just sort of go, well, that's the juicy bits are over now, so I'll just go and
that's nice.
squat down in the back of the cave and do my own thing. So, do you guys want to go to sleep, or what do you want to do?
Logan would like to try and cover the tracks that they've made up to the cave and his, so that anyone following wouldn't necessarily be led to the cave. Mm-hmm. If I could roll to do that.
Yeah.
Or whether I could just do that.
Well, you've got to go a bit further down the path. So, Hoshi, are you going to go with him, or are you going to stay on watch?
I'm sticking with him.
Okay. So you both go.
Damn way I'm letting Logan out of my sight.
So you go down the paths, back down where you came, and just covering over with the snow with your boot, and using like bushels to wipe away the snow where your prints were.
Yep.
And as you round a corner, you see two figures who are trudging up these slopes with your. And they seem to be stopping and then looking at your prints and then veering off to where your prints are. You've got about a minute before they get to your position on the slopes.
Logan, are your weapons ready?
Right.
I'm gonna get
They are, but I don't think we should make a mess. If we spill blood here, I don't know if I can clear it up sufficiently that someone won't come looking.
I think you'd rather it was theirs than ours. I'm getting my bow.
You are right next to.
Okay.
If you look on your left-hand side, there is a quite a long precipice that goes off down the side of the mountain. And if you go down that, you're pretty much not coming back.
Okay. Can we see that from where we are?
Yeah, you're literally standing right next to it.
Okay.
On the right-hand side, on the right-hand side, there is a part where you can like hide. As long as you stay low, you think you can stay out of sight. And on the left-hand side, there's like a dead drop, and it goes on for like a couple of like half a mile up the slope.
Okay. Okay, Hoshi, why don't you go hide? I'll distract them, and you try and sneak around and dispose of them, shall we say? Can you do that, or would you like me to?
I can try.
Okay. Because, as you say, I'm not really all that keen on these people being around here, whoever they may be. I don't know, you might have come in contact with them before or whatever, but I've got no idea. I don't like people snooping around.
Logan, there are so many people around here that don't want us to... Well, that want us dead. I lose track. You distract them.
Too true.
What are you going to do to give me a signal?
Let me do... I'll do a whistle. You'll know when.
Okay. I'm going off the path then.
Okay. Don't miss.
I never do.
Alright, so
okay.
What is it you're going to try and do?
Right, so how far are these guys away from me currently? In feet? These two figures.
I'd say they're about 40 to 50 feet away now. Like, they're coming up the slope. They still haven't seen you because it's so dark. But one of them was unslung his bow.
Okay.
And they seem to have half masks on. So, like, they've got masks that cover the bottom half of the face, and they've got black hoods on. And what you can see, they've got, like, black lamellar armour with, like, orange, glowing orange rivulets running through it as they're coming up the slope.
Can I see this even though I've snuck away?
Describe to me where you've snuck away.
So basically I guess I'm trying to like go further down the path.
Right.
So I have Logan in my sight, but I'm perhaps like hidden behind any kind of rocks that I can see.
Yes, you can see them then, yes. You have line of sight on them.
So I'm like, oh my god, the orange. It's the assassins. I'm not going to say anything to Logan, I can't. But
Okay. So,
okay.
Logan, what do you want to do?
Well, I presume, seeing as there are two figures, that it's not Magnus, and so considering what happened in the spire and the explosions and various things, although it wasn't really told to me in any detail that these guys would be hostile, although I don't know who they are. So my plan was just to be... Are there any trees around? Any significant size?
No, not this high up the slope. No. This.
Not this high up the slope. Okay. I'm just going to plant myself about 30 feet up from where I saw Hoshi going last, up the slope, and just sort of stand in the middle of the path with. I'm going to sit in the middle of the path with my sword drawn, just laying over my lap.
Okay.
Skybreaker.
Okay.
Just sit there.
Waiting
for these guys to come up.
The two figures come up to you, and they start speaking in what you can't speak the language, but you can sort of make it out. It's fluent Valenrethian, and I mean fluent, just like a natural-born speaker. And they talk to each other, and then one of them says in a heavily Valenrethian accent, goes, "Hey, pilgrim, do you want to move on the side of the road?" You get it, and one of them says something, and he goes, "You can pick out a little bit of Valenrethian." One of them says, "That's not one of them, is it?" And the other one goes, "No, not from what I've seen. They weren't there. He wasn't there."
Well, you see, I've got some friends around here, and I'm not all that keen on you finding them, shall we say. And, we've had a chat and had to think about things, and no, I don't think I will move. And Logan's going to stand up and just sort of stare them down.
They just look at each other with you can't see smiles because the bottom half of their masks are obscure, but they just sort of you can almost see the grin in their eyes at each other, and they say, "Fair enough. Maybe we'll find something on your corpse that'll lead us straight to them." And they unsleeve their blades and just starts twirling them around.
I'm going to give them.
You're quite an accomplished swordsman, so when they start twirling these blades in the hand, you can see, oh shit, they're quite skilled. Like technically, they are trained swordsmen, highly trained.
Okay.
Okay.
Alright. I'm going to give them a little salute, and then give my best bird whistle, wolf whistle, in fact.
Okay.
Wow. Going there.
Okay. What happens then?
Do I get a surprise round?
Yep.
6 shots.
Okay. Go for it.
That was the plan. Oh dear. Okay.
Well, remember I get -2 because I'm Bowman 8, so that's a hit.
Bowman needs to beat. You need to beat Bowman 8, not reach.
Oh
Bowman
right,
8.
okay.
So there's 2 misses and a hit, a crit, and a crit. 2 hits,
okay.
2 hits, 2 crits.
Are there no backlashes for Bowman? That's pretty awesome.
No, there are no backlashes.
I don't think there is, no.
Nice.
Oh, hang on.
Hoshi, you can Hoshi, you can roll with the modifiers, don't you?
I did know that, but I keep forgetting.
You do. It's fine. I didn't know whether you knew or not. To be fair, it is easier. I use macros, so you just click the button.
Oh, nice.
It's quite useful.
There is no backlash for.
There is no backlash. So
No,
I didn't think so.
You just miss. You didn't get it right.
You just miss.
Yeah. All right. So here's a hit.
Yep.
Here's another hit.
Yep.
Here's a crit.
Okay, the first guy is down. Like two arrows thump into his chest, and the third one goes right through his eye socket, and he just crumples like a sack of shit.
Here's another crit.
Yeah, and the other guy takes one right in the shoulder. He goes, "Oh!" and just holds a hand up, and you can he holds a hand up in the air, and there is a thundering explosion from within the rock around you, and Hoshi, the rock starts sliding towards the precipice that you're on. So you're sliding towards the precipice with this rock.
Can I roll speed to roll off of it?
Yes, you can. That's fine. So you jump and do a turnpike somersault and then land deftly on your feet behind the guy. So you jump really, really far, literally. You just spring.
Run up the cliff face.
Yeah, you literally just spring behind the guy, and the guy just goes straight at Logan. So you need to beat my scores in blade work, Logan.
Oh dear.
You need we don't do a backlash for defending, do we? I don't think we do.
No,
we don't. No, we don't. No.
So
just for
so that's a hit, and you need to beat a 6. You did. You need to beat a 4. You did. You need to beat a 2.
Where?
Nope. Need to beat another 2. Nope. And you need to beat a 5. Okay, so it's
3.
a crit, and a hit.
Okay.
So, okay. Okay. Alright, so 114, 15, 55, 85, 190 damage.
Okie doke. 50. Okay, that's fine.
Alright. So what do you guys do in
My turn?
Yeah.
Right, I'd like to use Sundering Blade
Mm-hmm.
to start off with. So activate that.
Sundering Blade.
Which I don't, actually. Depressingly enough.
Oh,
Not
okay.
Sundering Blade.
Yeah.
Not Sundering Blade.
He just puts his sword away and goes, no,
Okay.
no, sorry. I shit out, I give up. Just walks. He just trudges off up the snow. I'm sick of this shit. No, take my ball, going home. Sorry.
The dramatic move announcement voice actor is just like walks away from the party. He's like, I don't even know why you guys hired me. You're not even going to
Just
fire
drop
up
the
your abilities.
Yeah. Alright.
Oh god. Right. Okay. Let's try and hit this guy then. Just normally. Have a 0.
That's a hit.
And
That's a hit.
another 0. And then
That's a hit.
Push him off the cliff.
That's a miss
Oh,
backlash
God,
table.
God, Rezon's really
it?
keen to push some people off cliffs today, huh?
yeah, I
I'm
think
not
so.
even sure it matters if it's me
D10?
anymore.
A D6.
D6.
I mean, it'd be nice.
And shout what you get.
It's like
3.
Nothing happens. You recover from the fault.
Nothing happens. Awesome. That's what I like to hear. Right. Okay. Skybreaker has a crit of 3, so that's awesome. So 2 crits. Yep.
No.
Did you say the 6? Was it?
You got 1, 2, 3 crits. Oh no! That's a D6. Not
2 crits and a hit.
Yeah.
2 crits and a hit.
2 crits and a hit. Yeah. To go for it.
2 crits. Okay. Right. So 1.
Yeah.
2.
Oh, he's dead. No. He's dead. You just like slice his head
Okay.
off. You literally just faint.
That's 2 crits.
You faint underneath his parry, and you just bring your sword up and go whoosh, and just slice his head off, and his head just goes flying over the precipice into the misty darkness, and his body just like crumples down, spraying blood everywhere.
Logan's just going to smile and just nod a little bit. In triumph.
Okay. Alright, Resin, you can smell.
Right, so
you can smell
we need-
blood on the air. You can smell it. You can really smell it in the air. It's quite pungent, quite a steel, metallic smell.
Yeah.
And
Resin's gonna draw his sword and kind of slowly peer out the entrance.
you don't see anything. You don't see anything. Not even with your eyesight, you don't see anything.
And he's gonna follow the scent a little bit, but very, very carefully.
Alright, so you head down the mountain. What are Logan and Hoshi doing right now?
I'm clearing up.
I
Well,
want to
Hoshi's put up
just
to me.
gather my thoughts and just not gather my thoughts, but just sort of
Reevaluate your life and
take it easy for a second, and then once I've sort of recovered, I'm gonna walk over to Logan, and I just want to, as he's standing above the corpses of the men, I just want to place a hand on his shoulder and just lean in and say, one day You're gonna have to choose.
Okay, fair enough. Yeah.
You're gonna have to choose you're gonna have to choose a side.
Okay.
As
well,
Rezon
let's hope
walks
that
over
doesn't
to
come
us.
too soon.
Yeah. Resin comes down this slope to join you guys. And he's like,
Well, once he sees them, he's not going to join them. He's going to wait and see what, like, if they're, if someone's about to murder them, then he's just going to kind of let it happen. At this point, because he's not involved in it. But he's going to kind of realize that they're okay and that they've killed the attackers. Not the other way around. And he's just going to head back to the cave.
okay.
Like,
I love that. He's come down, saw that we're okay, and then just fucked off again.
and he's gonna now that he's awake, he's going to work on. He's gonna, he's in the cave. He's awake. He knows the smoke isn't going to be visible, so he's going to build a small fire and work on his alchemy.
Okay. So Logan and Hoshi, you guys pour over the armor of the assassins, and you find that it doesn't fit either of you, because these are Valmrethians are quite big, quite brawny, wiry, but you're just like, okay, so it doesn't fit us. But it's not like material that you've ever seen before. I think it looks like it's incredibly expensive, and it's got some real stopping power as well on there.
Okay. Well, Logan's not really one for looting bodies, no matter how expensive it is, so he probably wouldn't take them, but he wouldn't say anything if Hoshi wanted to. No, Resin. Nothing fits you anymore.
No.
No. It's more sad.
No, I'm gonna leave them.
Alright, so you guys just
okay.
Are you going to pile these bodies off the cliff, I assume, rather than leaving them on the trail?
We are, yeah, and we're going to try and clear up all the bloods and try and make it, and cover up the tracks that we were intending to cover anyway.
So basically, you push the bodies off the cliff, and you kick the bloodied snow off the cliff as well, and replace it, push all snow down on top of it, and then put loads of leaves down, so it looks like nobody was there. Then you quietly go around the other edge and go back up to the cave, and you find Resin just at his fire, who's made 3 health potions.
Yay! Which material did that cost me then?
That's with the material that you picked. So the health potion is, what have we got for him, Johnny? Whistlethorn, Heart Flower are the 2 things that you've lost. You just boiled water. You don't have any honey, so you won't be able to drink very much of it. But it'll still give you back. Did you take alchemy as one of your things?
I've just been putting points into or
okay.
As the Pathfinder thing.
So these restore 4d8 of health, then, not 4d6. Yeah. So what do you guys?
You said I had 3. You said?
Yeah, 3.
Logan's just. Well, I presume we get back to the cave, okay?
Yeah, you're back in the cave.
Yeah. Logan's going to volunteer to take the next watch until, sun up, and make a note of keeping the fire going and everything, so that everyone's still warm inside.
Okay. Well, we've just passed the first hour, so we'll have a quick 5-minute break, and then we'll get back to it again.
I may need to take a longer break to have dinner at some point.
What time will that be? Because then we'll take a break then, rather than.
I'll just check if you don't mind.
Yeah, go for it.
Okay, just give me 2 minutes.
I would like to do something when they've gone to sleep, if they go to sleep.
If you're
Conveniently now.
Okay, no worries.
So if we just take a longish break now, that'd be good.
Yep, we'll be back in about 10-15 minutes then. But I'll leave the stream on.
Yep.
So
Alright.
Alright, I'll speak to you
in a bit then.
Okay, cool.
I'm going to look for some food as well.
Right, I'm going to mute my mic, but I'll be gone as well for